Hello, hello, and welcome to our new moon in Pisces ceremony. We are landing in this particular portal in a very interesting point in time. The new moon was technically yesterday, and I am just really enjoying this bridge and analogy that has been coming through with this energy. We are going to play with this bridge energy all evening because we are bridging between this Pisces new moon energy into a new moon energy in Aries, moving into Aries season, moving into Mercury out of retrograde, and just so many energetic things are happening. So there is so much energy to work with today. And I hope that during the dark moon in Pisces, you were able to dive into some moments of introspection and really feel into what is here for you. I hope you had that opportunity yesterday. And today we're going to be going really deep into, again, this bridge energy that is here between Pisces and Aries as we move out of our prior astrological year into a new one. So, just in case you don't know me or this is your first time coming across me, I'm Safrianna Lughna, the Queer Spirit Guide. I am a trauma therapist turned transformational mentor. I'm a druidic priestess of Brigid, and I have been doing seasonal and moon ceremonies for about 18 years now. And I always follow a simple framework here on these live ceremonies. I'll talk a little bit more about the energy. I've already gotten into some of the highlights of it. Then we will do a time of intention setting, a little bit of energy clearing before we dive into a guided practice, visualization, meditation, journey, whatever you want to call it. And then finally, I will pull a few cards for the collective. So let's dive in. Again, welcome to the new moon in Pisces. This new moon came in with a big energy of release, reflect, and complete. And that makes sense as we're at this point in transition between the astrological years. And it is this time to really be daydreaming about what you are calling in next so that you can prepare for this ignition, this fiery ignition Aries chapter that is ahead. And it's this perfect cosmic opportunity to really, really be in the chance to release what no longer serves you and the spark to step into something entirely new. It is literally this cosmic bridge between endings and beginnings. And we just have wrapped up our eclipse season energy and we are ushering in something new. So, how have you been surviving these past few weeks and or months? We entered the year of the fire horse with a bang, certainly, an eclipse season and Mercury retrograde. And tomorrow, finally, we are out of Mercury retrograde on March 20th. So we have been in this super slow down review, release, renew what actually makes sense to you, and just all of this sort of recalibration energy really was what was happening during this retrograde. And it corresponding with Pisces energy, it's been this very deep, dreamy, intuitive kind of drop into the shadows to recollect and come back up with pieces of ourself that we may have had lost for years and years, if not decades at this point. So there's a reignition of the inner child, the soul level desires that are coming up at this point in time. And so as we step into the energy ahead, as Mercury goes direct, as we enter Aries and a new astrological year, as we have our equinox tomorrow. Oh my gosh, like I haven't even talked about the equinox. All of this timing corresponding with the astrological new year and us going into Aries and Mercury going direct. It's just this cosmic rebalancing time. And so, again, this bridge, you are crossing this bridge from where you have been to something entirely new. And you might not entirely know what that looks like yet. But the dreams that have been surfacing over this past Pisces season are really here for you to play with now and see what has been urging you to allow it to be at the forefront of your life. What is leading you forward? What is your soul calling you to? That's where I'd like to dive in with our intentions tonight. So, if you have your notebook and pen, I invite you to jot down an intention for this time period. Maybe in the coming weeks, I will, I commit to, I choose to, I lovingly let go of. So, what dreams are you going to commit to with this equinox energy? What seeds are you really going to commit to planting as this energy shifts in the coming days? Maybe that's what you look at, whatever you want to jot down here. And I am going to jot my intention down as well. What do you need to commit to in the weeks ahead? What do you want to choose in your day to day as you release what needs released? What do you have new room for? And I'll just begin our gentle energy clearing here. So you might still be writing down your intentions or sitting with them. And as you do so, you might notice those little mental blips that say something is not for you, that it's impossible. Those old stories, those old excuses. We're gently releasing them now. The muck you've been working throughout eclipse season and Pisces season, you're letting it go. The heavy weight that you've been carrying from prior years, you're letting that go. The stories, the excuses that say you can't have the life you want, you're letting that go. And just playing with the breath, perhaps using the inhale to call yourself home and the exhale to gently release anything that is not you. Making spaciousness in your body for your dreams to arise. Spaciousness in your breath for your life to flow. Spaciousness in your mind to not to attach to each thought or feeling or sensation, but to be the seed of curiosity. Release, release, release anything that is not yours, not you. Softening, softening. And I invite you to maybe shake out the limbs a little, wiggle the fingers and toes, and just let go of any stuck, sticky, or stagnant energy. Maybe sweep the aura, whatever feels good for you and supportive for you, to just let it go. Let that shit go. Whatever you have been carrying from the past that is keeping you from igniting your dreams and acting and being brave as we move forward, letting it go as much as you can. We'll move now towards a time of guided visualization or meditation. I always like to give a little reminder that you may not see things in your mind's eye, and that's okay. You might sense, know, feel, taste, smell. But however you receive information is right for you. And you can have your eyes opened or closed. You can journal during this. You can get up and walk around. There's no one right way to receive it. But we will begin by anchoring in with the breath once again, to just feel the gentle rise and fall. The inhale, buoying the body up. The exhale, allowing us to sink back down. And as you become aware here, beginning to shift out of your thinking mind, moving your awareness down into your body, into your heart space, and beginning to invite in a gentle, unconditional, loving energy. Perhaps recalling a recent loving moment with a loved one, an animal companion, or Mother Nature, or imagining yourself surrounded by a sea of baby animals. Whatever lifts your heart with a smile here. And as we open to love, we begin to open a portal in the heart, showing a water scene, a place with a shore where you can stand by the water's edge. In your own time and way, stepping through this portal into this landscape, taking a moment to look around, to receive the energy of the body of water, to receive the support of the earth beneath your feet. And as you land here and you look around, you are approached by a guide. Just take a moment to see who arrives for you. And if no one makes themselves known at first, there is a mer person who emerges from the water for you. So just taking a moment to connect with whoever's here for you. And they move with you to the shore. And you can tell that this body of water is not something you can simply cross. You're going to need to create a bridge. And right now, that bridge, well, you look around, it's not ready. It's not just there. You need to summon the materials. And so you and your guide begin to do just that, summoning the materials for this bridge out of the dreams that you have for the chapter ahead. Imagine here, however you choose to begin to build your bridge. Stones, wood, a mixture of materials, magic. But each piece that you summon is a foundation of something that you're calling in, something you've been daydreaming about. That intuitive calling of what you're longing for in your life, what's been urging you forward. Allow yourself, whether this is in images or words or sensations, to begin to build this bridge across the water out of hopes, dreams, desires. And as you build, you might notice some of the past coming in. Old limitations ready to be released. Old stories, relationships, circumstances. And as they arise, you and your guide have the ability to alchemize them into more materials through the lessons of those prior experiences. You have more building blocks. You don't have to carry the fear of the past with you. You get to take the lesson with you. You get to take what you learned from the past with you. The messages that really did come from your soul. And so allowing this bridge to be built. And as you build it and you create more materials, and you and your guide are working in tandem to create this bridge, you start to notice as the bridge gets longer and as you get to about the midway point that there is this invisible force, this invisible line between where you've been and where you're going. And you can feel as you build the bridge around and through this. And as you move across, you see an entirely new landscape unfolding, something that you couldn't even see on the other side when you began to build this bridge. There's new possibilities out there. There's so much on the other side for you to reach for. So much goodness awaiting. And so the dreams from these possibilities that you're seeing become materials. Your hopes, how you're going to use your resources, how you're going to fuel yourself. These glimmers making themselves known in little flashes, again, sensations, energy, just receiving whatever is here with this full knowingness that you get to step in. You get to cross this bridge, enter this astrological new year, enter this Aries chapter, and take bold, brave action on the dreams you've dreamt in the times of the past. And so, just like magic, seeing yourself building and coming across to this other side, what body of land is over here? What landscape do you see before you? What do you feel as you finally build across and land on the new shore? And here there is blooming. We've crossed from winter into spring. And here, as you look at the bridge, you look back, you can see that perfect balance between where you've been and where you're going. You can see this threshold moment, and you can give yourself more permission to explore this, to play in the energy, to see what you're seeding out of dreams into life, into action, and what you'll create next. So give yourself that permission to take some time tonight or in the coming days to really be with the dreams, to see them becoming tangible, to see you moving forward and manifesting them. And that's what's here on this other shore, is the reality that you can manifest what you desire, that you can move, you can take steps and action towards your purpose, your mission, your passion, whatever you want to call that guiding star leading you forward. And so as you look around here on the other side of the bridge, there's one more thing for you to find here. And that is the spark of the Aries flame ahead, the spark of the fire horse continuing to burn within you, the spark of the sun as we turn towards spring, as the light renews and grows longer. Find the spark and plant it in yourself, settle it in your heart. Breathe it in and allow your breath to spark that light even brighter. And then it's time to cross the bridge again. You've built the bridge over, and it's time to return to that original shore, to that original portal, so that you can move through this space ahead. You can move through this transition, and you have this inner bridge to get you there. So, taking your spark with you, crossing back over into the dreamy energy of the other side, of the Pisces energy, taking some moments on this shore just to connect with your guide or guides again and see any other messages they have for you about the transition ahead, any messages about how to honor yourself in this liminal space, just any messages from your guides or your soul. Receive them now. And then, whether you received a clear message or not, know that the energy is still working here for you and will continue to unfold, and that you can return to this landscape, to this bridge, and experience your dreams, your hopes, your possibilities, each of them a building block, each of them carrying you where you need to go next. But for now, returning to that portal of the heart, giving gratitude to whoever was here for you, giving gratitude for yourself for showing up, turning back to the portal of the heart and stepping through fully back into the body, wiggling the fingers and toes. And if the eyes are closed, gently blinking them open. And look around your space. Just taking some moments and coming back to write down anything important, any messages that you may have received, sensations, glimpses, dreams you want to hold on to. And as always, you are always welcome to share what's coming through in the chat, but it is never mandated. That's part of why I do these ceremonies the way I do, is so that people can be completely anonymous and have their own experience. But as you are writing down anything you'd like to, I'm going to go ahead and pull our cards for the collective here. As we cross these bridges ahead, what messages are here for us as we enter this next chapter of life, this astrological new year? What do we want to build our bridge with? All right. Well, I am pulling tonight from the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. And these are the cards for the closing out of the Pisces energy. So really being in the dreaminess, really being in the nourishment of the intuitive Pisces energy. What's here for us to play with? Our first card is lifting the veil. There we go. This is really about questioning everything, not taking things at face value, but really questioning the status quo, questioning the way that we've been doing things, questioning what's working and what isn't. And it's ultimately saying that it is time to release anything that's unaligned. Anything unaligned must go. So that's a big thing that this Pisces energy has been asking of us over these past few weeks, has really been like, what's in alignment? What do you really want? What are your real desires? What is your intuition telling you about what is and is not for you? So lift the veil, get the real picture. Hello, she says, lift the veil, get the real picture of what is aligned and unaligned for you, because it's time to let it go. The next card, these are very fascinating. Lost Lands. This is just this, very watery colored card, first of all. It's got big Pisces energy. But this is about soul memories and gifts that we are bringing back online. And it's a reminder that we've done this before. This is very intuitive, very woo, very Pisces here. The flow of life, the waters of life. We have done this before. We have been through the cycles before. And Pisces is very much reminding us about the endings as we move into a new beginning. So remember that you've done this before. You have gone through the cycle before. You have done the death and rebirth. You've moved from winter to spring. You have moved from night to day. You have done this all before. But right now, go deep. What is your soul bringing back up as memories and gifts that you're being invited to reignite as we enter the chapter ahead? So really pay attention. What's been coming up over and over and over again over these past few weeks that your soul is urging you to remember or pay attention to? That's the realm of these lost lands. And then finally, we have Star Brothers. Horus energy. This is all about protection and trust and loyalty and safety. And so what I take away from this, alongside the lost lands and the you've done this before, and this sort of grander cosmic spiral of life, is to remember that we have seen and unseen helpers out there. Our star brothers, our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides, our cosmic forces, God, whatever forces you want to tune into with this, is just reminding us that there is more than what meets the eye here on earth. And we get to tune into and lean on those supports. And in that, find safety, in that, find faith and a loyalty to ourselves, to our mission, to what we're here to do and be. So these are such interesting messages. It does not feel, I feel like I've never pulled any of these cards before on a live, ever. So very big, interesting shift energy in a way, because I often see such repeated themes, especially when I use the same deck over and over in a particular time period. So I think that this is the ultimate message, is with the big energy coming through, the end of the eclipse season, the moving into equinox, shifting seasons, Mercury moving out of retrograde, just where we find ourselves at this point in time. There's the opportunity to lift the veil, to see what you have not been allowing yourself to see, and to let the unaligned stuff go. Big release energy. And tonight's the night. Tomorrow is the ignition, the reignition, the starting the cycle anew. And so the soul memories, pull them through today. If you can, pull them through in dream space tonight. Bring them with you into the next chapter. And as we move into Mercury direct and the energy lightens up a little bit, I really feel like that is where this protection, loyalty, safety, and trust energy is coming in, that we'll feel a little bit more stable in ourselves. And that is through acting and being brave and igniting what is ours to do. So I'm going to pull one more card here in just a moment. I'm just going to do my little logistics, and then I'm going to pull one more card from the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle as an activation for the Aries season ahead. But I just want to remind you that I go live for almost every full moon and new moon. You can sign up here on YouTube, like do the like, subscribe, follow thing, and you'll get push notifications when I'm going live for events and when I have things coming up. Or you can go to safrianna.com/moon and sign up to get the email reminders. I do send out little prompts in the reminders and stuff that you can kind of use to your own advantage, for journaling or for preparing for the energy ahead. The whole purpose of us tuning into the moon is to have these moments of awareness and presence to do what is ours to do, to see if we're following the path that we want to be on. And of course, if you have the means and desire to do so, you can offer a love offering, a donation at safrianna.com/donate. Never mandatory, always appreciated. I keep these free and have the intention of keeping them free for as long as they continue to nourish. And finally, before I pull my last card, just the next ups. So you are aware of the events I have coming down the pike here. Spring equinox, as I was just talking about, we are celebrating on March 21st, which is Saturday. I will be holding a live ceremony on Zoom with my dear friend, Dr. Melissa Bird. That is a ticketed event. If you are interested and you want to find out more, you can go to safrianna.com/seasonal to get all of the details about that. And they are just delightful little ceremonies. So I hope you will join us there for that. And then finally, our next moon ceremony is the full moon in Libra, which will be on April 2nd, back here, same time, same place. So let's pull our final card here. And this is an activation for the Aries season portal ahead. So as Mercury goes direct, we find ourselves in the equinox and we find ourselves in Aries. What activation can we tune into? Our perception. First of all, just what a fascinating and gorgeous shape. This is such a unique sacred geometric shape. Perception, the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. So the clearing work is never done, right? We're always circling back to continue to clear out that which is unaligned. This is saying as we enter Aries ahead, as we are brave, as we are bold, as we take action and we ignite the spark within us, our perception is going to continue to increase. We're going to be able to even better see what does not serve us, what does not serve the collective, what does not serve our families, our communities, our careers, our health. And taking a good hard look at what is real, I think that's a great thing. I think that we're going to continue to clear these sort of cobwebs of obscurity out of our collective consciousness and really get clarity in the time to come. And that is through our perception. So, fascinating stuff. I'll see you back here again for the full moon in Libra in a couple of weeks. And otherwise, would love to have you join us over there for the spring equinox. Either way, I love you. I see you. I believe in you, and I'm cheering you on. I hope that you can have a glorious season of the new moon rising and a beautiful equinox, a beautiful new astrological kickoff to the year, and a beautiful reemerging out of Mercury retrograde, because it's certainly been a topsy-turvy time. So until next time, my friends, I'm Safrianna.